Got to be real.
Yes guys, what's going on? So a little quick video. I've seen the Gamboa fight and he got his ass knocked the fuck out. Right, at the end of the day, right, the thing is, I was expecting this because not before the fight, but as I started seeing Gamboa fight, I didn't really know who I was picking for this fight. I didn't really think that. I didn't really do prediction, be quite busy. But to be honest, when I saw Gamboa fight, I've been tweeting all night. I've been tweeting. Check out Sham_Ayub on Twitter. I've just been tweeting that I've seen boxers who are amateurs with 10 fights boxing better than Gamboa boxing. Now, Gamboa obviously has tremendous amount of natural ability. He has power, he has speed, he's got a really good chin, he's got everything. But what the fuck happened in that fight? He was keeping his hands down throughout the whole fight, fighting. I don't know what he was doing. He was hurt. Yet he didn't even have his hands up when he was exchanging. I mean, I've not seen any fighter do that where they've had their hands down when they're hurt. And exchanging with the other person with your hands down, you're just asking yourself to get knocked down. You know, you're asking yourself to get knocked out, and that is what I think did it for Terence Crawford. I think that's what I don't think Crawford is a tremendous fighter, to be honest with you. I think he's good, but I don't think he's A level. I think Mikey Garcia would do him, but the thing is that Crawford, who looks a lot like Tommy Hearns in terms of his figure and his face, he just absolutely annihilated Gamboa simply because Gamboa was, I don't know who he thinks he is. It was really annoying watching him because this is boxing. You know, this isn't this isn't MMA. It's not. I don't know what Gamboa thought he was doing. I don't know what sport he thought this was, but this is boxing. In boxing, you keep your hands up, you protect your chin, you keep your chin tucked down. He did nothing like that. He neglected 50% of boxing, which is, you know, defense. He had no defense, even a slight little bit. I mean, that's like me going into a fight, exchanging wildly, keeping my hands down, and that's exactly what he did. You know what I mean, I'm gonna get my ass knocked out by any sort of basic boxer because if you don't even have your hands up at all, I mean, what was he expecting was gonna happen? Do you know what I mean? I mean, he had his hands down throughout the whole fight. I couldn't hear the commentators talking about it. They were just there loving it, saying, "Oh, he's a boxer. He's a true fighter. He's a fighter. He's a fighter." Bullshit, man. This is boxing. I mean, this is where I give Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Demetrius Andrade, the Klitschko's. This is, you know, this is where I give them type of fighters some credit because at least they have defense and they can box. You know what I mean? That is, to me, disrespectful to a pugilist, to the pugilist sport. It's disrespectful to your to all the great fighters in history because, I mean, you look at even the brawlers in Marvin Hagler, you look at the brawlers in I don't know, Roberto Duran, you look at anyone, I'm trying. There's Jake LaMotta is the fighter I'm thinking of. Yeah, if you look at Jake LaMotta, all these fighters, yes, they exchange, yes, they have exciting fights, but they always have their hands up when they exchange. I mean, I don't know. This is just disgraceful. I thought the way Gamboa fought was a disgrace to Cuban boxing, American boxing, Filipino boxing. I thought it was disgraceful the way he abandoned boxing and he just was fighting like it's a street fight. And to be on an elite level and fighting like that, yes, courageous. Yes, it is. You know, it's worth a round of applause for fighting like that, for fighting your heart out. But you know, I'm not a fan of fighting like that. I think it's stupid. You know, you can't win any sort of fights. I would be really surprised if he would beat anybody in the top 10 fighting like that. I was really surprised. I didn't expect him for Gamboa to fight with his hands down that low and to continue exchanging with your hands so low. I mean, we take a look at Prince Muhammad. He used to exchange with the hands low, but the way he used to do it, he'd have a lot of upper body movement and he'd be watching out for defense as well at the same time. Gamboa didn't do that at all. He was just exchanging, and his punches he was throwing, he wasn't planting his feet correctly. He was just throwing with nothing behind his shots really. I thought sometimes he was exchanging with something behind his shots, but there were many times and over where he was just throwing punches for with speed and no power. This is professional boxing. This isn't amateur boxing. I was really disappointed in Gamboa's performance more than Crawford's performance being good. I don't want to take anything away from Terence Crawford, but I just felt that Gamboa should have had the basic brain to keep your right hand up tucked to your chin when you throw your left hook and keep your left hand up when you throw the right hook. Yeah, I mean, his hands were all the way near his hips when he was throwing. That is absolutely ridiculous, and I can't stress it enough. Let me know what you think. Comments in the section below. Subscribe as always in a bit.